What do you believe? What are your core fundamental beliefs? What is it deep down inside that drives you every day? What matters most to you? See, what we believe determines how we think. And how we think determines what we do. What we do determines our results or the quality of our lives. So in other words, your fundamental beliefs about the world, about yourself, about your purpose and meaning will ultimately determine the quality of your life. And so my question for you today is, what do you believe? What are the fundamental truths of your life? And are those beliefs supporting the life you want to live? Now, it may be a foreign concept for you, but the truth of the matter is we can change our beliefs. It's not easy, and the longer we have held a belief, the harder it is to change. But if you believe something that you know deep down inside is not true, or you believe something that runs counter to the kind of person you want to be and the life you want to live, then you need to work to change it. And in my experience, you can't change a belief just by deciding to change it. You have to replace your faulty belief with a belief that works, a belief that you believe to be true. So let's give a very simple example. Let's pretend that you believe that you can eat whatever you want and weigh the same amount. You believe that the calories you ingest every day don't really matter. Well, that's a flawed belief because scientifically we know it's not true. And you can hold that belief for as long as you want. That doesn't make it more true. And you will reap the consequences of believing that false belief, because if you eat as though the calories don't matter, you will gain weight. Now, ultimately, gaining some pounds is not that big a deal, but it's one example of the many ways that we can believe things that ultimately are either not true or don't support the kind of person that we want to become. Now, I'm not encouraging you to go out and just believe whatever you want to believe. I think our culture has gone so far to the left extreme. We have rebelled against the culture of several generations ago where essentially people were told what to believe, or at least that's our perception. We feel like that's a very rigid way of living, and so we've rebelled against that in our popular culture. And the common popular idea out there now is believe whatever you want to believe. Right? Whatever you think is right is fine. This relativistic society that says, if it's okay for me, then it's okay for me. If I decide it's all right, then it's all right. Now, I think most of us would still acknowledge that there are some fundamental things that are just not negotiable. Right? Murder is always wrong, for example. But everything in between starts to get gray. And we say, well, what might be right for this person isn't right for that person. And in some cases, that's true. In other cases, because the truth is the truth, that just doesn't work. Right? So we can say we accept everybody no matter what their weight, and we should. But that doesn't mean that calories don't make you gain weight. That doesn't mean that the belief that I can eat whatever I want and not suffer consequences is accurate and valid. And so you can also be holding beliefs that may not be as easily proven to be false, that can be just as, if not more, harmful to you. For example, maybe you believe that you're insignificant. Maybe you believe that your life doesn't matter. Maybe you believe that you're just one of 7 billion people on the planet and that your existence has no impact on the world or even on the people around you. That would be a false belief. It's simply not true. As human beings, we're fundamentally social creatures. We need each other. We need to belong. We need to feel loved and to love. And so you have infinite value and significance, especially to the people around you, but to the world at large as well, as does every other human being. Now, our culture will tell you that you have more value if you achieve more things, if you have more money, if you have more status. The truth is, the person on Wall Street and the person in the slums of India are worth exactly the same amount, not more or less. Not that money is bad, not that the person in India is bad. We all have the same value. But if you have a fundamental belief that says, I'm not worth anything and that I can't make a difference, then you will live your life according to that belief. And sadly, you'll miss out on a lot of great experiences and ultimately a lot of life. So examine what it is that you believe. What do you believe about your individual worth? What do you believe about your mission and purpose in life? What do you believe about family and relationships? What do you believe about health? What do you believe about money? What do you believe is the purpose for your existence? Take a look at really examining what it is you believe about those things, because for the most part, we have pretty strong beliefs or pretty well-formed beliefs about those things, and yet we've never really sat down and articulated them. No one's asked us to sit down and say, what do you believe is the importance of family in your life? Everybody would say, well, family is important, but what do you really believe about that? Why does it matter? Or what do you believe about money? Some people believe that money is the source of happiness. They actually believe that the more money you have, the more happy you will be. Now, the inverse is that some people believe that money is bad. They believe on some level that if you have too much money, it means you're a bad person. Because they've seen examples of people with too much money who have used that money poorly. Then again, the concept of too much money may be reflecting my belief about money. See, money is a tool. It's not good or bad in and of itself, it's just a thing. Whether it's good or bad is determined by how it's used. It's determined by the values that we hold about it and what we choose to do with it. See, our beliefs determine our thoughts determine our actions, and our actions determine our lives. So what do you believe today? I hope that as you examine that question, you will discover things about yourself that maybe you didn't realize. Maybe you'll uncover a hidden belief that is running contrary to the person you want to be, and you can work to change it. Ultimately, we can't change anything until we recognize that it's there. I hope that's helpful for you. Until next time, remember, don't live every day like it's your last day. Just be alive every day.